Hello everyone and welcome to this lesson. This time we will be looking at rational numbers. To understand rational numbers very well, let us first look at real numbers. Remember, real numbers, these are numbers that exist on this planet. They are the numbers that are used in every part. So, the real numbers are divided into two. We have rational numbers and irrational numbers. Then, rational numbers are further divided into two. We have got integers and fractions which are not integers. Okay? So you need to be careful here. When you talk about fractions which are not integers, look, for example, if we have a fraction like 12 divided by 2, we say that this fraction is an integer simply because we will get 6, and we know that 6 is an integer. But then, if you have 2 out of 12, this is also a fraction, but this fraction gives us 1 out of 6. Then this one is not an integer. So we say that this fraction is an integer, but this fraction is not an integer. Now, integers are divided into three parts. We have negative integers, we have 0, and we have positive integers. Now, for this lesson, we will be looking at rational numbers. Then, for this video, we'll look at the integers. Okay? So, let's now dip further into integers. Now, integers are divided into three parts. We have negative, we have 0, and we have positive. Since kindergarten, you have looked at numbers, for example, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and many others. So, numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, and many others are called positive integers. Whereas numbers like -1, -2, -3, and many others are known as negative integers. So, we are going to look at this further using a number line. Okay? Now, a number line has got three parts. We have got 0, then we have got this side, we have got positives, and this end we have got negatives. Okay? Now, note that the numbers on the right of 0 are positive numbers. Okay? Whereas numbers on the left of 0 are negative numbers. Okay? Now, look at point D and point F. Point D is -5, and point F is +2. So, what about point E? Is it negative or positive? What about point G? Is it negative or positive? Think about it and give your suggestions in the comments. Okay? And for now, let's look at this example to help us to understand more about positive integers and negative integers. Now, from the given numbers, list the numbers that are positive integers and negative integers. Okay? So, we need to know the positive integers. So you can see that we have got 8,104. Okay? That is a positive integer. Then we have also got 26. Okay? So this means that the positive integers are 8,104, then 26. Now, for the negative integers, we have got negative 2. Okay? Now, you can see we have got a 0. Note that 0 is not positive and it is not negative. Okay? I hope this is understood very well. Now, let's look at comparison of integers. Okay? Now, look at 2 and then you look at 5. You can see that 5 is on the right of 2. This implies that 5 is greater than 2. 5 is greater than 2. Or in other words, 5 is bigger than 2. Or 5 is more than 2. We can write that using the sign as 5 is greater than 2. Also, we see that 2 is on the left of 5, which means that 2 is less than 5, or 2 is smaller than 5. And we can write it using signs as this one. 2 is less than 5. There is no problem to call this sign as smaller than. You can also call it fewer than. Still no problem. This one you can call it more than, you can call it greater than, you can call it bigger than. Still there is no problem. Now, look at points -5 and -3. You can see that -3 is on the right of -5. So this means that -3 is greater than -5. Okay? And then you can see that -5 is on the left of -3. So this means that -5 is less than -3. -5 is less than -3. Okay? Now, let's look at this example. Fill in each box with greater than or less than. So, what do you think? We can see that -3 is less than -2. And we can also see that -3 is more than -5. Okay? We'll look at another example. Arrange the numbers in ascending order. Arrange the numbers in ascending order. Remember, ascending order is the arrangement from smallest to the biggest. Okay? So, we will arrange these integers from the smallest to the biggest. So, according to this, we see that the smallest is -4 next -3, next 0, next 6, and 11 is the biggest. In the next example, arrange the numbers in descending order. Remember, descending order is the arrangement from the biggest to the smallest. So, according to these integers that we have got, we can see that 5 is the biggest, followed by 0, then -2, -7, and -20 is the smallest integer. So, I believe that you have really understood what integers are, how you can compare integers, and how you can write integers in ascending order and descending order. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Goodbye.